What's going on YouTube, West Hobbies RC? So today we are going to start a project. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Haven't found the right airplane until recently. But anybody that knows me knows I like Spitfires. Small ones, big ones. So I've always wanted to make a Reno racing Spitfire. This is the Phoenix Spitfire, the 46 to 55 size. Ton of people have them. It's nothing new. They fly great. My grandfather built one a couple years ago. He still flies it. I've flown it multiple times. Great flying airplane. A buddy of mine has one. Got multiple flights on it. I've flown it. Great airplane. But I want to do something different. I don't like to have the same exact thing that everybody else has. So my grandfather, knowing that I love Spitfires, he was at a swap shop. He found this. I was unable to go. I was at work. He found it. He picked it up, surprised me with it. It's been sitting in the box since, trying to figure out what I want to do with it. So it's been sitting for the last about month and a half now, and I finally found a scheme thanks to another buddy of mine who sent me a couple pictures, which I'm going to insert them now. Now the question is, clipped wing or normal wing? I'm really thinking clipped wing. Let me know what you think. So that's the scheme we're going to go with. We are going to do clipped wings, just like in the scheme. Well, one of the pictures I think that has clipped wings. That I don't think that was ever a real airplane. I think that was just a video game. Somebody designed that airplane. I think that's where Motion RC, their Havoc that they have, that little racer, I think that's where they got the scheme from. But I've never seen a Spitfire RC done in that scheme. So I think might as well use the Phoenix. Great flying airplane. We're going to clip the wings. We're going to strip it down, modify it, strengthen it up, full covering. So for covering wise, we're going to be using the Hobby King covering rolls. I'm going to change the scheme a little bit. In the pictures that you guys seen, the covering or the color scheme is it's black on the bottom and like a gunmetal on the top of the green line and then like a whitish silverish. So I just decided I'm going to use some of this. It's an aluminum covering from Hobby King, but it looks like aluminum. They call it a bright silver, but it does look more aluminum-y. So we're going to use this for the majority. The whole airframe will be covered in this first, and then of course just black, just regular Hobby King black. This is great covering. Doesn't last forever. You get a couple years out of it, but still great covering. Cheap. You get a 5-meter roll for I think $15. Really, really good, and it stretches really well. I don't know about the silver yet because I have yet to use this stuff, so I can't tell you how this works. It looks like it'll stretch the same and cover the same, but we're about to find out. But I've used the black multiple times. I got 2 more rolls coming. These are the silver's brand new, but the black's been used on a couple other projects. So I wanted to make sure I had enough covering. So I got 2 more rolls coming, 2 more 5-meter rolls. For the power system, we are going to start. I went back and forth on what power system I should run. I'm going to do electric. My goal is 150 mile per hour, 46 size Spitfire. That's the goal. I don't know if it's going to happen with this first power system, but we're going to run the E-Flight Power 60. So it's a brand new Power 60 that I had laying around. We're going to run a Power 60, 400 kV, Castle Phoenix 100 amp ESC, and we are going to do 8S. So we are going to run 2 HRB 4S 5000s, run them in series to get 8S. I know that the Power 60 will handle 8S from tests that I've done in the past and prior, and it puts out a good number on 8S. So prop-wise, haven't figured it out yet, but we are going to start with the Power 60. If we can't achieve our 150 mile per hour goal with the Power 60 and 8S, we will switch to something else, maybe like a 700 size helicopter motor power setup, 12S, 10S. We'll have to figure that out down the road. But for now, we got to get this thing out of the box and see what we're working with here. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. I don't think guys want to watch me take out a bunch of parts, so I will come back once I get everything unboxed, or at least just the fuselage and wings for now. Okay, so I got the fuselage, the one wing panel out. I went ahead and off camera real quick, I just cut out, because this comes covered, but I just wanted to look inside the retract well here. So I went ahead and removed the covering, just a quick cutout, just so I could see what we're working with inside the wing. Of course, all the covering is coming off, so we'll be able to modify in strength. But we do have flaps. Unlike any balsa wood ARF, if you've never built one, none of your control hinges are glued, which is a good thing because we're going to be pulling all of them off, stripping all the covering. We do have split flaps. We will go ahead and probably paint in here that same color green that's on the outside, if you can see from the photos from the very beginning of the video. So yeah, we have flaps, ailerons, of course, not glued. So wing looks super nice. It does feel very stout. Retracts do come with this model. They are mechanical, which I'm probably going to go ahead and leave. I'll dig through my electric retract pile. If I have a set that'll, that I can just swap the struts over, I will. So it does come with gear doors. We are going to be making fiberglass gear doors because these plastic ones that it comes with are very cheaply made and they do not last long. Anybody that has a Phoenix models, Strega or Spitfire will know. I personally have 2 Stregas from Phoenix and this is my first Phoenix Spitfire. But the retract, oleo struts, nice. The retract itself are nice mechanicals. I have them on one of my Stregas. One has electric, one has mechanical. They've held up very well. So we have a fiberglass cowling, which is really nice. We're going to sand that down, paint it to match the fuselage. But it is a nice thick fiberglass cowling. Phoenix makes really good ARFs, and they're relatively cheap too. I mean, I think this ARF is $179.99 now for a 46 to 50 sized balsa wood ARF. That's really good. That's pretty good price. I think it's a great price. It used to be better before the prices went up, but it was still a great price. It's still now a great price. Elevator feels very, very strong. Might add, we might end up sheeting it top and bottom, but it does feel strong enough for what we want to do with it. Rudder is the same. Rudder feels nice and stout. So I don't think we're going to have to do any modifications to the rudder and to the elevator. I think we can just strip them, recover them, and they'll be strong enough for our 150 mile per hour goal. That's all I want to get out of it. 150, I want it to be a very cool looking model. Let's talk about the fuselage for a second. Slide the wing panel out of the way. Fuselage is very nice. It's got its little weird pilot looking guy, which he's got to come out. We have to find something better than this, something way better. But we'll go ahead, pull the canopy off of it. Again, strip everything, strip it all back down to the bare balsa. Top hatch, which is super nice. Let's go ahead and grab our 8S and see how it fits. So let's try sliding it in this way first. Let's see. It looks like we're going to have to remove a little bit of wood in there for it to slide in this way, but will it slide in flat? And it will. Still going to have to remove some wood. So let's see if you guys can see this. Okay, so it is hitting this down in here. It's the battery's hitting that, but I think if we turn them sideways, we'll just have to remove some wood right here on each side. Very easy, not a big deal at all. The motor box should not have to be touched or modified because it comes with standoffs and a flat plate. But 8S does fit in it very nicely. I was looking about going 12S. Since we are running 8S, it's going to be a little bit more nose heavy. So if I decide to go 12S in the future, we'll have to cut all this away, which is the throttle servo tray. So we'll have to cut this tray away, which is what I had to do on my 12S Strega because I do have a Strega on 12S. You guys will see videos of that very shortly as soon as I can get back out to the flying field and fly. But cut all that away. I was thinking maybe if we do go 12S in the future, We can cut this away now, take the entire middle tray out, and we can make a battery tray to go farther back, or a servo tray, I'm sorry, move it farther back, which entails to move the weight back. I don't know yet. We won't know until we get into the build to know when I'm going to start putting stuff and where to do with it. ESC will probably go on the outside because, you know, get as much weight forward as we can. But this video is going to be short. This is just going to be the introduction to the build that we are going to start. And the next video, in part 2, we will start stripping all the covering off the airframe. This is going to be a multi-part build video. So if you guys want to know how to do anything, or if you want to, you know, covering tips or tricks, just let me know. Comment down below. Let me know and ask, you know, if I could do this or do that. Cowling looks really nice on there, actually. And it looks good. But of course, we're going to do full time lapse of stripping all the covering. I'll do a voiceover, explain what I'm doing. We're going to, you know, show how to modify, cut the wingtips off. I'm probably going to end up cutting straight right here, make it a flat tip. All that stuff will be in this video. If you guys don't know, and if you're only watching me for helicopter content, I do love airplanes. Airplanes are actually my first passion before helicopters. Love airplanes. And I love building airplanes and modifying airplanes and making crazy things and different stuff. So that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to take a bone stock Phoenix ARF that you see every day at your flying field, or maybe not every day, but you see quite often, and we're going to turn it into something super cool. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. So remember to subscribe, because you're going to want to not miss any of these video updates and the build along this series. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and have a great day.